Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Kris, and I am a certified EFL/ESL teacher working at the Polyglot Institute IH Muscat in Oman. Can you please just quickly introduce yourselves?
Okay, I'm gonna start because Adam is muted.
Adam.
Okay, yeah, he's doing something. You could start.
Should I start?
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Svetoslav. I live in Bulgaria. I'm 30 years old. I'm a gamer all my life. So basically that's me. Hello.
My name is Al Mukhtar. I work in Polyglot Institute. And yeah, that's about it.
Hello, my name is Adham. I'm grade 10 international, and I like anime and I love gaming. Thank you.
Okay. Hi, I'm Dan. I'm 26. I'm from the UK and actually from Romania, but I live in the UK and I love gaming as well. Yay. Good.
All right, great. Okay, who else do we have here?
Hello, I'm Kris. I'm from Germany. That's why I'm called the German Kris.
Okay. Okay. Who else?
Hamid.
Hi, I'm Hamid. I'm from Oman, and I'm working in Polyglot Institute. That's all.
Nice to meet you. All right, who else do we have here?
Hiba.
Hi, I'm Heba. I'm from Oman.
Yeah, I'm Linda. I'm 22. I'm from Germany, Bavaria. Studying to become an interpreter.
Hi, my name is Paulina. I'm 20 years old. 24 years. 24 years old. I'm from Poland. Nice to meet you all.
Hi, I'm Solon. I'm 19 and from Denmark.
Okay, my name is Tariq Said Arawas. I am from Oman. I work at Oman Tech.
I'm Ali. I'm Egyptian. I like gaming and I'm a weeb.
All right, awesome.
I'm Christo. I'm 18.
Where are you from, Christo?
From India.
All right, awesome. So, do you know what is the meaning of the word polyglot?
I know.
Okay, tell me if you know.
I don't.
Shoot.
I think that's someone who can speak many languages. Yeah.
Yes, correct. Someone that can speak many languages. So today we are going to talk about daily routines and habits. So we have this question here. What's your daily routine? So we will try to ask each other that question. Adam, could you please ask Dan about his daily routine?
So Dan, what's your daily routine?
Hey, so usually I wake up in the morning at about 8 a.m. I go to work from 9. I stay there roughly around until 5 o'clock. Then I go back home. If I got the energy, I go to the gym to work out. If not, I just go back home. I try and eat something, do whatever is necessary in the house, and just go to bed. I think that's about it. So, Hamid, what is your daily routine?
Yeah, I usually wake up at 7 o'clock morning early. I go to work, and after that, finish my duty around 1:30. Sleep 3 hours game, and usually I go shopping sometimes. Then after that, go back home, watching TV 1 hour, then sleeping again. That's all.
All right.
Hamid, could you ask
Yes,
Hiba?
sir. Yeah, sure. Hiba, can you please tell us what's your routine, daily routine?
I usually wake up at 6:30, go to work, reach work around 8, stay at work from 8 to 4, come back from work, have a rest, go to the gym, come back from the gym, eat, then maybe Netflix, then go to bed. Jihan, tell me your daily routine.
Usually I wake up at 7:30 and I'm preparing myself and I will go to work at 9, sometimes 8:30, sometimes 9, depends. And I will be at work all day After work, sometimes I will go for jogging, sometimes I'm going to the gym, and I will get back home, having shower, and I will sleep. Of course, I will have my dinner. This is my daily routine.
And
All right.
can you ask Christopher?
Christopher, what's your daily routine, please?
The point is, do you want to know my daily routine before Corona? Or
Yes. Oh my god. There is a
Whichever
lot
is
of.
fine.
I mean, at the moment, because I'm working in a school, I got some holidays for free. Nice. And actually, I'm doing nothing the whole day, sitting around and playing games. Sometimes doing some dinner, and there's nothing special at all. I mean, I'm in quarantine, and in Germany there is actually something like I don't know how it's called in English, if you can't go out because the government
Quarantine.
tells you, yeah, something like this. Yeah, so that's all, I guess. Linda, would you tell me what's your daily routine?
Well, usually I get up in the morning at about 5:30 and get ready for school. Then I have to drive with my car to the train station. There I drive with a train to my school. Well, then I have school. After this, I get home and do my homework and a little bit studying, and sometimes I have to work. And in the evening, I usually watch Netflix or play PUBG.
Could you tell us your daily routine, Lavi?
Well, right now, staying at home. Normally going to work at about 9. I'm doing lashes and makeup, and obviously customers and talking with them. Continue with my services, take appointments. That's everything I do. Coming home about 6. Normally, I'm stopped by the gym, and then I'm come home.
Right. Awesome. Could you ask Paulina about her daily
Paulina,
routine?
what's your daily routine?
Okay, so I wake up in the morning around 8 a.m. I go for a walk. When I come back, I go eat breakfast. After that, I go to work. After coming back from work, I prepare a little lunch. Then spending some time with my family and friends. Then after a while, preparing dinner again. And I spend some time alone watching movies or playing, and then I go to sleep.
Okay, Paulina, could you ask Soren?
Soren, what is your daily routine?
Well, I wake up. Yeah, I don't know when I wake up. That's quite random from day to day. Then I attend school. I get home at around 1 p.m. Then I think of an excuse to skip fitness or the gym. And then I go to sleep at some point in the evening whenever I feel tired.
All right, quite good. Soren, could you ask Svitolav?
I'm sorry, what was his name again?
Svitolav. Svito. You could just call him Svito.
Yeah, Svito, what is your daily routine?
So I wake up like 3 hours ago. I started working. I work from home. I do some orders, talk to customers. Then I eat breakfast or whatever is it at that time. Then I play some games. I work a little bit more. I train. I go around the house, around the yard, do some work, and that's it, man.
All right, Svito, could you ask Tarek, please?
Tariq, are you here, bro?
Huh?
What
Yes.
is your daily routine?
For today, ideally, I wake up at 11 a.m. Just so I open my phone because I working from home now because Corona big make it some trouble outside. Then we'll be open the laptop to check our job. Then directly at 3 o'clock we'll be have one class with Mr. Kris. They catching me from 3 to 5. That big daily every day. Then we'll be finish the course at 5. Then we'll be eat something. After finish the eating, I play with my child. Then we'll be watching some movie, and directly now we'll be catching to class. That finish all my day.
Okay, Tarek, could you ask Adam, please?
Adam, what's your daily routine, please?
I wake up at 8 a.m. Then I go take a shower. Then if I have school, I go to school. Then when I go back, I do my homeworks and watch anime. Then I sleep. That's it.
Okay, good. Okay, now I would tell you about my daily routine. So
Yes.
usually I wake up at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Then I have a shower. Then I have breakfast, some biscuits and tea. Then I read a book. Then I have some classes starting from 3, doing them online because of the quarantine and no one's allowed to go to schools. So I do my classes from home. Then I have lunch. And then I go to bed and kind of repeat the same routine every day. All right, so that's good. So talking about the daily routines and repeated actions, we usually use the present simple tense. So if this is now, what would be this arrow to the left on this timeline? Can one of you tell me?
Past.
Yeah, past, correct. And the other one, Linda, what would it be?
Future.
Future. Yeah, correct. Okay, so when do we... If I want to put the present simple tense on this timeline, where can I put it?
Now.
Now would be now I'm speaking, which is present continuous. It's not the present simple. So, Dan, do you know? Where can I put the present simple tense on this timeline?
I would say now as well.
If it's now, then it would be at this moment. So it would be present continuous. If I want to put the present simple tense, I would put it here, between the past and the future. Okay? So for example, I went to work yesterday. I will go to work tomorrow. So it's a repeated event. So if there's an action that is being repeated, we use the present simple tense. So if I say I'm working right now, this would mean right now. But it wouldn't mean that it's repeated. I might not work tomorrow. I might have not worked yesterday. So it would just mean now. But when we use the present simple tense, we talk about actions that are repeated. All right?
All right. All right.
So this is one of the things, one of the usage for the present simple tense. Could you think of other usages for the present simple tense rather than repeated events? Why do we use the present simple tense? Soren, do you know? Or Dan? Or any of you? Just say something if you know.
To express a desire.
Expressing a desire wouldn't be a repeated action or a repeated event, would it?
No, it wouldn't. It's just some other usage.
Yeah. Like, for example, can you give me an example for that?
Yeah, I want chocolate.
Yes. So want, like, love, hate, those verbs, expressing desire, yes, they are usages for the present simple tense. But not solely this, because you might have wanted something in the past and you don't want it anymore. So it's kind of a gray area. For example, facts. With facts, we always use the present simple tense. For example, we breathe oxygen. Can I say we are breathing oxygen?
You just did, man.
It's grammatically correct, but the usage is wrong. Because we are breathing oxygen right now. What did we breathe yesterday? What will we breathe tomorrow? Doesn't make sense. So when we talk about facts, we use the present simple tense. I'll just ask each of you to give me a quick example for any fact. Adam, could you start? Just give me a fact.
We eat food.
Okay. We eat food to survive. Okay. Dan, could you give me an example?
The day is 24 hours long.
Yes. All right. Good. Hamid, could you think of a fact? Okay, Hamid's not here. Hiba, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Could you give me an example for a fact?
We are alive.
Okay. It's kind of, yeah, correct. Jen, could you give me an example? Christopher,
Yep.
could you give me a
Corona
fact?
is boring.
Okay, yeah, and it's also dangerous. So, Linda, from where does the sun rise?
East.
So the full sentence would be
The sun rises in the east.
correct. So that's another fact. The sun rises from the east. If I say the sun is rising from the east, that would be wrong. Why?
Because it doesn't happen in the moment.
Yes, because it's a repeated event, which is a fact, and we use the present simple tense to talk about that. We also use the present simple tense to talk about permanent situations, or semi-permanent as well. So, for example, she lives in Manchester, or she's from Ireland. So, permanent situations or semi-permanent situations, we would also use the present simple tense. Paulina,
So, for example, also she works in a travel agency.
Yeah, she works in a travel agency. Very good. Lavi, could you give me an example?
I don't know.
Okay. Paulina, could you give me an example?
She likes flowers.
Okay, that's expressing desires and something that is permanent, I guess. Okay, yeah, cool. Soren, could you give me an example for that?
I hate quarantines.
Okay. All right. We could also use the present simple tense to talk about timetables and schedules. So, for example, if I say the bus arrives at 7 p.m. or the class starts at 9:30, then now it's 10. So if I would say, for me at least, now it's 10. So if I would say the class starts at 9:30, isn't that in the past? It is, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So because it's repeated, because every day I would have the same class at the same time, the same schedule, then it would be in the present simple. So I would say the class starts at 9 and ends at 11, for example. Feet up. Svitslav, could you give me an example for schedules or timetables?
Yeah, I can try. We're
Okay.
here for the past 30 minutes.
Not quite. Try to like use the same structure, like something that is repeated, like a specific schedule that is fixed, timetable.
I'm gonna eat in 10 minutes.
Is
that gonna work?
that a timetable? Is that something scheduled? Like, do you eat every day?
Yep.
So, okay, it's all right. It's not correct, but I would correct it for you later on. Sorry,
He's
could you
expressing
give
the
me an
future.
example? Yeah, it should be in the future. He's using is going, but I'll correct it later on in the forum. Tarek, could you give me an example for timetable?
I go to work every day at 8 o'clock.
So, I start work at 8 o'clock.
Okay, I start work.
Okay. Or work. Oh, the. Okay, yeah, work starts at
Work.
8. Okay. Okay. There are some clue words that usually we use it when we are talking in the present simple tense. For example, always. What else do we use in the present simple? Adam, could you tell me?
Usually.
Correct.
Often.
Often. Dan, could you give me another one?
Never.
Sometimes.
Never. Sometimes. Good. Okay, that's big right there. Usually.
Correct.
Yeah. Often. Sometimes. Every day, every week, every night, every something. If it's repeated, then we could use every with it. And never. Now, never is the opposite of always. It's kind of the negative of always. So it's something that I never do. So it's not a repeated action, but it's the opposite of always. Okay?
Okay.
So we also use never in some kind of a negative form of sentences in the present simple. Okay, so the present simple tense has this super S. Anyone has an idea about it? Like, what is the super S of the present simple tense? Hiba, what do you think the S stands for?
I have no idea.
Jian?
Even me, I don't have idea.
Okay. Kris? Christopher?
Yeah, excuse me. What was the question?
What does the super S stand for?
The super S for Superman, I guess.
Yeah, it's for super he, super she, and super it. So Superman, Superwoman, super dog. So if you look at those examples that we have here, where did we use the super S?
In the simple.
Which
present,
sentence?
Present simple tenses.
Yeah, which sentence?
She lives in Manchester.
Yes. So we use the super S with he, she, and it in the present simple tense. When we use I, we, they, and you, we do not put S for the verb. So I would say, I wake up, she wake up, or she wakes up.
She wakes up.
Yes. So when we use he, she, and it in the present simple, we always put the super S. So Kris, where did we use the S in she lives in Manchester?
Behind the verb, I guess.
The verb, exactly. Good. Lavi,
Yeah,
where did we use the S in the one after it?
Obviously after the verb. I mean, attached
In
to
the
the
verb.
verb.
Yeah, attached to the verb. Okay, so you add it to the verb. Arrives. Okay, so if I would say those two sentences, like the bus arrives at 7, but why did I put S with the bus?
Because the bus it
Yes, very good. The boss is it. And for example, she is a pronoun, but I could also put a name. Like for example, if I say Lavi, I would still say Lavi lives in, then I would say the city. Okay? Very good. So I have a couple of sentences here, and I would like you to talk to each other and try to figure out what are the mistakes and why. So for the first one, the sun is rising from the east. Linda, could you just think about it and tell me why is it wrong and how to correct it?
The sun rises from the east.
Yeah, why? This is
Because it's
correct.
an everyday action and it's a fact, and you have to
Exactly.
use the
So
simple present there.
exactly.
Not
So
continuous.
correct.
Continuous.
So right now it's present continuous and it's correct. I have the subject, the sun. I have verb to be, then the verb ing, and then everything grammatically looks correct. But again, this is related to the meaning, not the form. If the sentence is related to a fact, then it would be wrong to use the present continuous. So I'd rather say the sun rises from the east. Paulina,
Yes.
could you take I'm working at a call center?
I work at call center
Why?
because I'm working every day. It's a repeated action.
So if you work every day, you would use which tense? Present simple tense.
Yes.
So what would it be? How can I correct it?
I work at call center.
Okay. Good. Soren, could you take the last one?
Lucy lives in Ireland.
Why?
Because it's her. Well, she is.
It's a permanent action. It's a
Yes,
permanent event.
exactly.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Took
I'd
the
say-
words out of my mouth.
Okay. So I'd say Lucy lives in Ireland. All right. Good. Okay. Now we checked why do we use the present simple tense. Now we're going to discuss how can we use the present simple tense, the grammatical structure for it. So how can I make an affirmative sentence? Like if I would say, I wake up early every day. What would be I in the sentence? Svito, could you tell me?
Can you repeat, please?
We're talking about the form, the structure of the
Yeah.
sentence. So we started with I. What is I considered when we're talking about the grammatical structure or the form of the sentence? Subject. Then, what do we add after the subject?
The time frame or?
So,
verb.
did I say?
The verb.
Yeah, verb. But which form would the verb be in?
I don't know.
Infinitive. Good. And then we would just put the rest of the sentence. Could you give me another example? Just give me an example about yourself. Make an affirmative sentence.
I eat at 8 and 10.
All right, good. Tarek, could you give me another example?
I don't know really, teacher.
Just use the same structure. Subject, any verb, and then just the rest of the sentence. So the subject would be I. Choose a verb.
Okay. I work.
Mm-hmm.
I work. I works from home, teacher.
Okay, so is I one of the supers?
No.
So why did you put the S? If it's not related to the super S, you don't use it. So I work.
Okay.
So I work. What is the rest of the sentence?
I work from home.
Yeah, good job. I work from home. Good. And when we use he, she, or it, we would say, for example, I wake up early. If I would use she, it would be she wakes up early every day. Adam, can you give me an example using one of the supers, he, she, or it?
She eats her breakfast. She drinks
She
water.
eats her breakfast. Good. Dan, could you give me another example?
The dog barks at the cat.
What? I didn't hear that.
The dog barks at the cat.
Okay. All right. Good. Now let's think about the negative form. I don't wake up early every day.
That sounds like me.
Yeah. Hamid, do we start with? What do we start with when we're writing a sentence?
The subject.
Correct. Subject. Then?
Verb. And then object.
Negation. The negation.
Which verb?
Negative.
Negative.
Negative
Yeah, so
verb.
negative they would be don't or doesn't.
Doesn't.
Okay. Then we'll put, after don't or doesn't, we'll put what? What comes after
Rest.
that?
Rest
The
of
The
infinitive.
main verb. Yes, exactly. The main verb in its infinitive form, then the rest of the sentence. So it would go like this. I do not wake up early every day. I don't wake up early every day. Hiba, can you give me an example for a negative sentence?
I don't sleep early every day.
Okay. By the way, you don't really need to use every day. You could just use any other word. For example, I would say, I usually don't sleep early. Let's see here. Christopher, could you give me another example for a negative sentence? Chris? Lavi, could you give me a negative sentence?
Yes, my cat doesn't listen to me.
So does mine.
It's the same cat.
So, yeah. All right. And if we use one of the supers, he, she, or it, then we would use doesn't. But I want you to notice this here, that when we use does or doesn't, we do not put the super S. So does kind of takes it. So I cannot say she doesn't wait. If I would use does or doesn't, I would not put the super S after the verb. So the verb would just stay in infinitive without S, without ES, without IES. Paulina, could you give an example? Use he, she, or it.
I'm sorry, teacher. I have a little internet connection problems. She doesn't work at the mall.
Okay, good. Soren, could you give me another example?
Absolutely, Mr. Helsing. She doesn't believe the moon landing happened.
Okay, good.
Neither
Very
do I.
Good. So, Earth is flat, by the way.
No way.
All right, very good. Very nice. Speedlove, could you give me a positive sentence? An affirmative one.
I don't think so.
Why? Just think
I'm
of
depressed,
something.
man.
Give me a negative one then.
Same.
Let me try.
Give me a negative one then.
I believe there are aliens.
Okay, good. Tarek, could you give me one?
About the last question, teacher.
Yeah, just a positive sentence, an affirmative one, or a negative one.
Okay.
Just a normal statement.
Teacher, I forget sentence directly.
It's alright, just think of something. Where do you work from?
I work for a moment at Omantel.
No, where do you work from?
I work as a CSR.
No.
Uh,
Okay. Now you're sitting where? Where are you sitting?
I sit in home.
Okay, so right now you're sitting at home, but
Yes.
for those couple of weeks until the quarantine is over, where do you work from?
I work for the office.
So you still go to the office in the quarantine?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Adam, could you give me a negative sentence?
The train doesn't arrive at 8 p.m.
The train doesn't arrive at 8 p.m. Okay, good. Dan, could you give me one positive or one negative?
I like to see the sun, and I don't like to look at the moon.
Okay, very good. Okay, good job. I'll give you a 5 minutes break, then we continue. Okay?
Thank you, man.
Back.
Yes.
Could you all join the stream, please, and say that you see? Is everyone able to see the stream?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right, let's talk about how to make WH questions when we are using the present simple tense. For example, this question: what do you do in your free time? So I want you, let's see. Dan, could you tell me the structure of this sentence? What do we start with?
I'm not sure what is, to be honest.
Do you see that picture? This is your mind right now.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a question
What
word.
is part of the... Sorry?
Question word. Question
Okay.
word. Yeah, what, where, who, why, when, who, who's. Yeah.
Okay.
Question word then?
It's a question word, then verb, I guess, in past tense.
In the past tense. So I would say what did?
No, it's present. It's to do. Yeah.
Okay, so we'd use do or does.
Yeah.
Auxiliary verb or helping verb, but we'd just use do or does. Then?
And it's the subject, I assume.
Good. Then?
Then it's the verb in infinitive.
Good. And then the rest of the sentence.
Yeah.
Okay, could you give me another example for this question? Just follow the structure and give you an example.
How does she brush her teeth?
Okay, good. Hamid, could you give me another example?
Yeah. Where do you go in your free time?
Where
Also,
do you go in your free time? Okay. I don't go anywhere because quarantine. I go to the kitchen. I go to
Good
the
for
toilet.
you.
Go to the living room and I go back to the bedroom. Kris, could you give me an example using does?
Yeah. What does the fox say?
What does the what?
The fox.
The fox?
The fox.
Oh yeah, the fox. Yeah. What does the fox say? Okay. Lavi, could you give me another example for a WH question?
Yes. What does you looking at?
So is you one of the supers?
So actually, it's what are you looking at? If you think about it, I don't know.
Okay, just follow the structure.
So
What is the question word that you want to use? What? Just choose a question word. Yeah, choose a question word. What, where, how, when, why, any of them. Just pick one randomly.
What does she behave like that?
Why does she behave like that? Okay. All right, good. Why does she behave like that? All All right, good. Linda, could you give me another example?
When does the bakery open on Sundays?
Right, very good. Right. Okay. Now the yes or no questions. Basically, it's the same structure, but we just remove the question words. We start with do or does right away. So for example, I would say, do you work from home? So Paulina, could you think of the structure? What do we start with?
Do or does.
Correct. Then?
Subject.
Correct. Then?
Verb in infinitive form.
Right, good. Then the
And
rest of this.
of the sentence.
Could you give me an example? Another one.
Does she work at the mall?
Could you give an example using do?
Do you like swimming?
I do. Fine. Could you use they or we and ask a question?
I have to use we.
We or they? Or I? You could ask yourself.
Where do they go to hoard toilet paper?
Okay, is that I have no idea, but this is a yes or no
Supermarkets, I guess.
question. Yeah. But is
Wait,
that
actually,
a question or a yes or no?
do they go to the supermarket to hoard toilet paper?
They definitely do.
Yeah,
Speechlab, could you use does and make a yes or no question? For example, does she play
Okay.
video games?
Okay, does she love me?
Correct. I don't think so.
That's a lie.
Derek, could you give me an example?
Yes. Another example or same example?
Yeah, just another one.
They have work today.
Is that a yes or no question?
They have work today. Yes or no? I think.
Oh, you said they. Do we start with the subject or we start with do or does?
Okay. Okay. Do you have work today?
Exactly. Do you have work today or do they have work today? So we start the yes or no questions with do or does, the auxiliary verb. All right?
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Okay. Adam, could you give me another example?
Do they play any video games?
Yeah, correct. Good. Okay, now I'll give you some sentences here and want you to think of why they're wrong, and I want you to correct them. Dan, could you try the first one? Just read it and...
Okay, so Susie wakes up early. Okay, because... Okay, I don't think it needs does, because it's not a question, or... I'm not sure what to correct here. Do I have to turn into a question, or do I have...
No, just correct the sentence. There are two ways to correct the sentence, keeping it as a statement. So keep it as a statement.
Then I'll try to remove does and just use Susie as a super she and just let the S at the end of wake. So Susie wakes up early.
All right, good. Yeah, correct. Linda, do you think there's another way that I could correct this question?
Yeah, sure. You can say Susie does wake up early or Susie wakes up early.
Yes, correct. So here, when I use does, if I use it, then it's going to be confirmation. So I would say Susie does wake up early if someone is questioning it. So it wouldn't make sense if I just write it like that. It would be in a conversation, or if someone is questioning you. So for example, someone is asking me and saying, Susie doesn't wake up early. And I would say, no, Susie does wake up early. Or I would say, Susie does wake up early as kind of a confirmation. Okay? So I could correct it two ways. Susie wakes up early, or Susie does wake up early. Christopher, could you try the second sentence?
Yeah. So he has a helmet, I guess, because she it,
Yes.
and we need an S.
Okay, so have is one of the verbs that just you remove the VE and you put S. So it would be he has a helmet. And it's a mistake that I hear a lot of people making. They just he have, she have. No, it has. Okay. Paulina, could you take the next one?
Yeah. Okay. When does you go to work? It doesn't make any sense.
How can I
When
correct?
do you work? When do you go to work?
Or
Or when does they go to work or something like
when does they?
No.
anything.
When does they or when does what?
When does he or she go to work?
Exactly. So I can say when does he, she, or he or
Right.
she go to work, or when do you go to work? Correct. Okay. Soren, could you try the last one?
I'd say, does she have a watch?
Correct.
I honestly have no idea why, but you know.
Is correct because use does. When you use does, the verb comes in infinitive, and the
yes.
infinitive form of has is have. So it would be, does she have a watch? Does he have a job? For example, if I
I
ask
do
you
not
and
right
say,
now.
if I would say, does she have a watch? You would say, yes, she has a watch, or no, she doesn't have a watch.
Yes.
Okay, so when
Would be
you
correct.
when you put does, then you would need to put the verb in its infinitive form, and in that case it would be have. Okay, so we're going to go back to the first question, your daily routine. So, for example, I cannot really say I am working from home, or I am waking up, or I am going to work. No, I would say I wake up, I go to work, I brush my teeth, etc. So, can you quickly just give me a couple of sentences using answering this question? Adam, can you start? What's your daily routine?
I wake up in the morning. I take a shower. Then I go to school. I return home. Then I have lunch. Then I watch anime and do my homeworks and sleep. That's it.
Right. Good. Homework is just homework. Cannot be plural. Let's say homework. No, sorry, don't be. Dan, could you just give me a quick answer to that question?
Yes, so I wake up as early as time permits, or as late as time permits. Then I go to work. I stay there for about 5 hours or 8 hours, depends. Then I come home. I eat as much as possible until I throw up, and then I go to bed. It's changed a little bit, but
Okay. All right. Good. Hamid, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Right. Could you try again to give me a quick answer
Yeah.
for that?
I usually wake up at 7 and go to work. Starting from 7. Oh, sorry. I bring present continuous, I think. I finish. I finish at 12. Then I go home. After that, having my lunch. Then I go to gym sometimes at 4.
Having my lunch, Hamid?
Yeah,
Have or having?
having. It's I have my lunch at 1
Okay.
o'clock. Sorry.
Okay.
And after that, I go to gym. And after
Gym?
that, I
Yeah.
go. Yeah. Finish after that, I go back home. Sleeping at 10 o'clock. I sleep at 10 o'clock.
Good job. Good.
But not today.
Okay. Yeah, today's a bit late. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christopher, what about you?
Yeah, I'm waking up
I will shoot you in the
between
face.
What?
I am waking up.
Yeah. Between like
Which tense are you using now?
Wait, it's wait, which tense
So
it is?
would I say I wake up or I am waking up?
Yeah, I wake up. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Fuck that. Sorry.
But, okay, I have to cut that part at all. Could you start again?
Yeah, sure. I wake up every, I would say, afternoon, and after that, I'm checking out my emails if my school sent me something new. And after that, I'm playing games. And
Why are you using ing in all of them, Chris? You don't need to use ing. Just use the infinitive form of the verb. So I wake up, I check, I play.
Okay.
You don't need to put ing. Okay, so try again and don't use ing.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. It's
It's right. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
So I wake up every morning. No, afternoon, sorry.
Okay.
And after that, I check my emails. Then I play some video games. Yeah, and then yeah, I go to bed.
Okay,
That's
good.
my daily routine.
Yeah, right. That's good. Lavi, what about you?
So, I wake up at 9. I follow my daily routine, like brushing my teeth, have a cup of coffee, then I go to work. After about 8 hours, I come home. On the way back, I stop by the gym, have a shower after, and it's nighttime.
Okay. Good. Linda, could you give me a quick
Yeah, well, on weekends I usually have to work, as I have to work the late shift most of the times. I get up quite late, at 9 or 10. Well, then I do some school stuff, and then I go to work, and yeah. When I get home, I usually play something on my computer or watch some series.
All right, good, very good. Paulina, to give a quick answer for that question, what's your daily routine? Paulina? Okay, Soren?
I wake up. I question why. And then I eat and go to bed later.
Okay, that's a quick routine. Okay, what about you, Peter? Peter left. Where did you run off to? Tarek?
Yes. I wake up morning. I ate my breakfast. I go to work. I return back at 4 o'clock. I eat lunch. Then some rest. Then I wake up. Then we'll moving that Netflix. Then go to home. But then go to bed. To
Okay,
sleep.
so you watch Netflix and then you go to bed. All right, very good. Paulina or Spitalab, are you here? You haven't come back yet. Okay. Well, that's it for today. And thank you a lot for attending the session. I hope that you've learned something.